So we've established that a long barrel is kind of crucial when you're shooting at any kind of range. Now, so this is the IWI Tavor. This is how it came to me. Let me pull it out of this freaking evidence bag here they sent it in. We've used that again. All right, comes with a mag, some manuals, gun lock, usual stuff. All right, move that out of the way. So we've established that a longer barrel gives you more muzzle velocity, and it's kind of what you're looking for. Now, this is a AR-15 with 10-inch barrel. It's almost the exact same size. 10 inches, 16-inch barrel. Size matters, right? Okay. Let's look at some of the ergonomics. Now, when people look at this, they're like, oh my God, there's so many bullpup haters out there. And I'm a fan of the concept of bullpups, but I haven't really come across one that I really fell in love with. Used the style for years in Ireland, and it's got some good features. But let's look at the ergonomics. All the bolt and all that is in the back. The magazine goes in right there, and the bolt release is right there in the back. Which it does take a little bit of retraining. Now, if you use one of these your whole life and you went to an AR, you'd be like, oh my God, it's so hard to use. It's just whatever you're used to. Let's look at front to rear. You got the old bird cage flash hider, they call it, which I am not a fan of. Just, you know, in case you don't know, you see the way the gas ports are on the top? That's to help in stabilizing the weapon. There's no gas ports on the bottom, so as the bullet comes out, it kicks, and the gas is hitting the bottom, push it back down. Now, modern brakes, muzzle brakes, will keep this gun super steady. And I will change this out after I do this review. I'll change the brake and the trigger and a few other things. I just wanted to do it stock from now on. Okay? 1 in 7 barrel twist is a good twist for a carbine like this. On the rail, you have one continuous rail right here, and you have these backup sights, that front sight, or back side, and the front side is right there. I don't know why they bothered with that, because I would never ever use those. If you look in the front here, you have these hand guards to keep the heat off your hands, and all you have to do is push those and slide them out. And they come right off, so you can mount accessories on there, okay? Coming back, mag release is right here. Safety here, the safety is ambidextrous. It can be switched from left to right. Some people do not like this big, I've heard it called, it's like a pressure washer pistol grip, right? This thing, I actually don't mind it, but you can switch this out and make it the traditional pistol grip. I actually don't mind it. I'm gonna keep it like that for now. Coming back, this is to take off the barrel. This is the ejection port where the spent casing comes out. Magazine insert right here, magwell, bolt release, like I said. Come back the other way. This is the other side of the ejection port, and it can be switched from left-handed right firer to right-handed firer. So people don't like that if you switch it here like this. Now the ejection port is right here in front of your face, but it can be switched for a left-handed fire. Coming back up, sling swivel right there and there. Charging handle, again, ambidextrous mag release, safety catch. This one slides off too. Let me go ahead and take that off right now. Boom. And this bottom one comes off too, which I will take off because I'm going to shoot this on a bipod later on. Okay, so that's the gun as it comes. What are some of the things people don't like about bullpups in general? All right, people don't like some of the things I've read is that the ergonomics and the manual of arms is difficult. I think that's a training issue, and I think once you're used to it, you probably wouldn't think that. Now, here's some things I don't like. When you charge it, and you pull the charging handle back, and let it go forward. Pull the charger on the back. I got to fumble back here to push the mag, the bolt lock, to lock the bolt to the rear. But honestly, the AR-15's not any better, because when I'm here like this and I take this thing and I pull it back, I've got to come around here and push on that bolt lock back here, and it can be awkward. That's why I've attached these, they call them BAD levers, battery activation device levers, on all my ARs. Even when I was at work in the military, I put them on my military guns because it makes it so much easier. Because to me, I've never liked this whole thing of pulling it to the rear and fumbling to get to it, okay? So, a little bit of retraining. Come here, bolt locks to the rear, take the mag out, drop the mag here, put the new mag in. When you insert the new mag, you just hit this latch, bolt goes forward, locks pushes around into the chamber, all right? What else do people not like? Like I said, people say you can't shoot it as a lefty. You can. Then people will say that if you change sides, you have the ejection port. So what they're talking about is here, shooting, bang, 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 moving to cover, and then switching to the other side and shooting this way, okay? It would be uncomfortable and you'd get a lot of gases. You could still do it. I'm not saying that type of shooting's not done, but I've never, ever, ever seen anybody do that in combat, where they move to cover and they switch hands. I've never seen them do that in combat. I've never done it in combat personally. Maybe it has happened, maybe it hasn't. I don't know, I'm sure it has. I do know when I was at sniper school, Sephardic, which is the hostage rescue school, they're in the same place. I remember they trained that and trained it and trained it, and they had drills on the range where when you shot off the right side, you'd shoot like this, and when you shot off the left side, you'd shoot like this, and then you'd switch back and forth, and they hammered into students. As soon as they get into some munitions, nobody did it ever again. They ran up the cover and they went whack, 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 and then the lead out went whack, whack, whack in the heat of the battle, okay? So I don't think that's a huge concern for me personally. Maybe it is for you. Maybe this is not the gun. So honestly, the reason people hate this is because it's different initially. People who've never fired it. Now, if you fire this and you just don't like it, that's totally on you. I may not like it once I put a couple of, 1,000 rounds through it, but I'm going to try it. But the reason people, a lot of the times, they look at it and they go, oh my God, that thing's awful, because it's different. I like it because it's different. If I just wanted another AR, I would just go buy another AR. I wanted to look at something different. Now, having fired this Steyr and run the Steyr for a little while, I would love to see this have a hook here, like a H&K, or like the Steyr has, where you can pull this back and hook it. And then I wouldn't have to be reaching back here to try and manipulate this guy to try and lock the bolt to the rear. Not a big deal, but it kind of would be cool. Now, I can reach up here and hit this to let the bolt forward, or I can just pull it back and let it go. Okay? I am going to put a 1:6 optic on this, and probably a 45-degree red dot. And I'm not even going to give you my opinion. Actually, I am going to give you my opinion. I don't tell you what is better or worse. I'm going to lay the facts out there. I'm going to run this and shoot a couple of 1,000 rounds through it maybe. I'm going to side-by-side it in different drills with my AR. But I think it's going to be very definitive to say this is better than this, because in some cases this will be better, and in some cases the AR will be better. But I'll just lay the facts out and you make the decision yourself. Okay, let's go to range.